Hello.
What y'all doing? What's
How's
going
everyone doing today?
on? What is cackalacking? What's popping? What's going on?
What's the
What's
tea?
all
What's
the
the
motivated?
gags? What's the gaga?
Right. What's going on? What y'all been up to? Like, have y'all been good? What's going on?
Or have you been at least good at it?
Oh, I see. I see. Atlas is on. Okay, so at least we know he's been at least good at it.
Well, we knew that. We have the video footage.
Well, then there's that. So, did everybody have a good week? I'm fucking up this applesauce right now because it is giving me everything I need. I'm waiting for my damn orange chicken to come.
Where'd you get orange chicken from?
Ordered it from a place not too far from here.
Oh, okay.
So I'll have my houseboy to go and pick that up.
Well, you got a houseboy?
He's a very tall,
Oh,
different houseboy at times.
oh yeah. She can be tough.
She's a little tough, but she's gonna get my food. So that's where we are.
It's all good.
Yep.
Y'all bear with me for a moment. I hadn't been feeling well earlier because my plan had been to make a cute little slideshow with all of the stuff from the cruise. But yeah, here we are.
He ain't been feeling well. We all got pains.
Heavy. You are so heavy, baby.
But while you're doing that, we can go ahead and there's a good spotlight on your outfit that is like shining and shimmering.
I know, and notice how it matches the painting.
Right.
See
But
that?
it's given a whole like available on iTunes. Ting. Like it's really
She's giving a look. Yes.
It's giving you that. Yes.
Who's that girl?
Hey, Spesh. Love seeing you.
I
hate it when
know,
we're
one
so
of our
short.
favorite travel companions. We had so much fun.
Yeah, we did.
This week.
Hey, Des. Let me be clear. You know how you roll into a town and you have to see certain people? I done rolled into Philadelphia and I had to go see my Bristol honey. I had to make sure she was all right, see how she was doing. She came one out and met me at the hoagie shop.
Oh, okay. Well, isn't that lovely?
Right. She's just so classy meeting me at the hoagie shop. The cash only hoagie shop at that.
Oh,
but
well, there we go. That's the best hoagie shop.
Well, yeah, I mean, listen, because on the way back home, when I tell you Anani, I don't even do like fish sandwiches, but this fish sandwich that he got, when I tell you it looked good, and he fucked this this fish sandwich up on the way, and I was like, damn, it looked good. So, yeah, it was good. It was good. Hey, Lola. Legionnaire. Hi, baby.
Hi. So, all right. So I got this zip file. Let me show it in the folder. Well, come on. There we go. I'm going to open it up so I can then, nope, that's the zip file. All right.
Did y'all miss us? We missed you. Anyone?
We missed you all, I know, right? It's awfully silent. They're like,
yeah, nobody say anything. I mean, well, someone. Well, Atlas is saying some stuff. Yes, he is. Yes, him is. Yes,
it was giving. It was giving, Atlas. All right, so I'm almost with you all. So I am. I'm just trying to put together this little slideshow. She's not going to be in particular order, but she'll do for the purposes of what needs to be done. So
listen, we are a family.
Right.
We are the Slocums.
And that's, well, I'm sorry, that was the wrong. We are a family, and that's what we're gonna stay. So, all right. So let me see. I've almost got it ready.
Oh, you thought about me at the bus stop? Yo, that's what's wrong with you. Yo, raggedy. Look, but I can't get mad. At least I did get thought of.
All right. So I think I'm ready. So let me just put everything in the right window. Let me create a window. All right, so just give me one more moment.
Did you all have a good day? Hopefully everybody had a good day. Hopefully it was all good. Everybody was good. It was a good day. Was everything good, everybody? Spesh, how was your day? Des, how was your day? Did them gals get on your nerve up at the shop today? Did you have to spray some water on a couple of people? Tell me what it is. Legionnaire, what's going on out in the Midwest? What's going on, going on, going on, going on? What'd you do?
What's the goings on? What's the gags?
What'd you do? What's going on?
What are their names?
Yeah. Do they have cousins in this area? I'm just asking. Just asking. Inquiring minds wanted to know.
Oh,
So
I should get this copy of you know what? I didn't take a lot. It looks like I didn't take a lot of pictures actually when we were on the yacht.
I did not. But
I
I'm
was
gonna just
busy. I was busy living my best life. So
like in that moment, like I literally I made one post about the few pictures that I took, and they were just random pictures. And I
mhm.
mean, I was fine to jump into a picture or two or three, but that was fine. But like I was actually having a moment. Like I was like, all right, I'm good. Um,
That was the thing. I feel I'm not one of those people who like to
hey Josh.
spend my whole trip taking pictures or whatever, or trying to figure out cute pictures to take or whatever. And I'm not shading anyone who does that,
No,
but
that's just I
for
don't have just a lot of
me,
thought and time for me.
yeah, I'm like, girl, I just do not have the time or the desire to be spending every spare moment, you know, trying to find the best angle for the dangle or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. So, but I will say this was for me almost a 2 week vacation
Hmm.
or time that I was away from work. And that's probably been the longest vacation I've had in a minute. So going back into work today was a little interesting.
Oh, you didn't go to work on Monday?
Well, I was off on Monday.
Hmm.
And so, I'd taken that off specifically because I knew that I was going to need a day to get myself together. And part of that was I anticipated us coming back on Sunday as
Hmm.
opposed to Saturday, which was
Right.
fine. But I took that extra day, and then on that Tuesday was the funeral, so I went up for
Right.
that. And I'm sorry, it wasn't on. Yeah, it was on Tuesday, and so I went up for that, and I got back as early as I could because I wanted to just kind of relax and just free my mind up for what I was going to face going into work. I had
Right.
literally left my laptop at work. I had packed it up in my desk and all that good stuff, and I was just like, I don't want to be dealing with any of this, and I'll deal with it when I get there. And sure enough,
Right.
as soon as I opened up my email, it was like 170
Bam.
emails. I was like, "Whoo, shit!" I'm like, "Okay."
Child, they was trying to do a babe the same way. And I was like, oh, what you're not gonna do is have me. And I had to do one of my famous have I made myself clears.
Oh, thank you,
Because
Atlas. Listen, you too could have this lovely house background for the price of free 99.
I'm trying to find this one video that the slave took, and not
Oh,
those.
Desmond, you got butter almond ice cream? Oh, bitch. Come on, butter almond.
He made a cute little video for the week. So just bear with me while I get to that. All right, so
Hey,
there
you
it
had to buy
is.
2 tires, Des? What's going on? When is that? When did that happen? That happened yesterday, today? I just saw you yesterday. What's going on? I don't know about these. Okay. And no, I didn't wear no damn name tag. You motherfucker. No, I didn't wear a name tag. Everybody always want to be funny. They always want to be funny.
A comedian and shit.
Oh, funny asses. Mm-hmm.
All right, so one more thing. I'm almost there. We're almost there. All right, so that's that.
Well, that was my wiki so far. But while you're doing that, you care to talk about your week, minus the cruise, and we can jump into that.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out what this fucking thing is. He's getting on my nerves. I'm starting to get pissed off. Not really.
Don't do that.
Right. All right, so that's enough. It's enough. There's more than enough pictures here. There's 68 pictures. So we'll go through them and it'll be what it'll be. All right. So
I know that's right on the go. The first 2 days back from vacation should always be half days. The first full day should be Wednesday. So when the people in the office get on your nerves. All right. That's how
that's
you
what
do
I'm
it.
saying. I was over these hoes. So all right. So,
Ooh,
and then
Lola,
of
you got
course,
Godiva ice cream. Ooh. Tasted like chalk. No, ma'am. That's disheart. That's sad. Did you take it back? Not that they was gonna take it, but I just, I figured I would just.
I am tired of these girls that want to chit chat all the fucking time.
Or at the same time, at the same
No,
time every Wednesday evening.
right? They send you pictures of their booty hole and their penis and all sorts of things, and I was like, so what's that? And then they like, oh well, I was just sharing it. I was like, don't do me like that. Mm-mm.
Like, how do you just randomly share a butthole picture or like a dick pic? Like, you just randomly share, like, oh my god, like you get a dick pic, you get a dick pic, you get a dick pic. Like, is that what we're doing?
Apparently, that is what we're doing. All right,
Okay.
so we'll bring this back off of the screen and keep this there till we're ready to go. All right, so uh, I packed up everything that I owned, and it started with Papa. Shout out to Papa who came over and helped me prepare my blackout looks. My blackout and well, yeah, mostly my leather looks. So what you'll see as we go through some of these pictures will be all of my ensembles for over the course of the week. But we came and did that, and then I packed up all of that shit and sent it and put it in a box and sent it down to Orlando to Boat Bonix's house.
Right.
And then, of course, Hurricane Ian came through, and I sent the box on Tuesday. It was supposed to arrive on Thursday. Then the hurricane came, but they didn't really get a whole lot of impact where they were in Orlando. But the box kept saying status pending, status pending. I was like, girl, let's go. So she finally arrived Tuesday. So we're there and we are working because me, Bolt, and Bisu all had to work. And they were all
Oh, me
getting
too.
their pound of flesh before we left to go to Fort Lauderdale and then on this cruise. So they, Bisu was out on the lanai, Bolt was upstairs in the office, and I was sitting in the breakfast nook, spread out with my computer and everything. And I'm just going through it. I'm onboarding people, I'm giving the girls, everything that I got. And, everyone's like, you're doing such a great job here. And I was like, I know. So, okay. What?
Like,
I mean,
yeah.
did you think that I wasn't going to do a good job? Sure. But so everything is cool. So in the evening, it was time to start construction on the Say Something hats. So I will say that on this cruise, we decided that we were going to have some fun. So we decided that we were going to have a Say Something hat day. And some people weren't clear what a Say Something hat day was, but I was very clear on what it was. It meant over the top, it meant dramatic, it meant as large or as wide and as tall as you could possibly make it, and all of that. So we're at Michael's, and you know how I am when I'm on a craft project. I have
Child.
a very general idea, but I walk into Michael's and I let the universe guide me. Say-
Guide you. Mm-hmm.
I say, universe, what do you want me to wear for this event? And so that's what we did. We went shopping. We were there for we went back like 2 or 3 times, and it was lovely. So that was that. Then
I have the remainder of my hat. I'm
oh yeah, yeah. So then Thursday We drove down to well, I drove well, we because they Bolt and Bisu drove down in their car, and I got up at the butt crack of dawn, and we can't see it really. You gotta turn off the yeah, you gotta turn off. Yeah, there we go. I have pictures of it, and I have pictures of some
Whew.
of the loops.
Okay, keep going.
So we drove down. I got up at the butt crack of dawn and took an Uber an hour away to the Port Canaveral to pick up my rental car. Came back to the house, got my stuff, got in the car, and drove down. And blackout was lovely. I'm
It
going to give
was.
I'm
It
going to
was.
give you the update, and then we'll go through some of the pictures that I have. Some of them thanks to the slave, and some of them I took. So we had a really good time. Thursday we had dinner at PF Chang's, which is not any place that I would ever go. PF Chang's is to Chinese food what Olive Garden is to Italian food.
That's a good analysis. That's a good, yeah.
And so it's edible. It wasn't like the food was inedible, but it did not
This you
feel
got it.
wildly authentic.
You got it. I'll stone the bitch and I'll be there bright and early with it on.
Right. And well, I'll get to where my hat is. So that was Thursday. Friday we went to the beach. We went to Hallover Beach and
Yes.
had a lovely time. It was exactly as we thought it would be. It was quiet. It was crowded, not even crowded. It was maybe nowhere near capacity, but it was cute. We had a lovely time. It was maybe what 12 of us or so.
It
Well,
was,
actually, it was more like 20 or so of
well,
us that showed up. By the end, it was like 20,
yeah,
25 people
because
all together.
it was only the four of us that went out there. We met up with two other brothers, and then everybody else rolled
And
up.
then everybody else showed up separately. And then so we had the opening ceremonies. Friday night we had the leather, lace, and latex ball at
Mhm.
Wilton Manors Eagle, and that was lovely.
That was really cute.
Saturday we had our Onyx University, and I want to start by saying that the
Here we go.
demo,
Here we go.
the demo was entitled How to Build and Master the Whole of Your Dreams with Dominion and Slave Azamek. So that was the demo, right? So everybody's on the same page there, right? In the Yap and all everywhere else, it said that this demo started at 11 a.m. We got there at 10:45. I haven't been doing this show with Epic Onyx for what are we on? 195.
195. Mhm.
So 195 episodes. Was not surprised when he was not there right at 11 o'clock. At some point, I was like, Legionnaire, can you call or whoever it was? Can you call this girl? Because she's
Steel
supposed to
toe.
be our recording, our camera person. And so she strolled in like 11:20, but it's fine because we were just getting started. So anyway, we had a demo about ass play and relationships and all sorts of things, and that was lovely. Saturday night, we decided to get fancy, and we all went on a yacht on the intercoastal waterway. So we just cruised up and down the waterway with unlimited beverages and
But
individual crudités, and it was
but
lovely.
listen, it's something about that causeway. It didn't sit right in my spirit. Something was wrong. I don't know if it's
Really?
the fact because I was almost getting seasick. And I think it's because I could see the buildings going by us
Oh,
side, and I had to kind of like tune them out and just. I was like, okay, I can't do this. I
yeah,
was like,
it's interesting. Different things affect different people.
yeah, it was. Oh yeah, it was rough.
And then, oh, by the way, Nawi is creating me not just a gauntlet, but a whole arm moment made
Oh,
out of leather for
okay,
both sides. So
okay.
she fitted it to me. And she was like, how much do I owe you? I was like, if you give me these and I'll do your website. She was like, no, you've already paid for this, girl. I paid for this shit like years ago and got all about it because it was before the pandemic. Remember that time you took all those measurements for me on
Yeah,
my arm? It
yeah.
was for that. So how long ago was that? 3 years ago.
Ciao.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had forgotten that I had paid for the girl. So anyway, so I paid for it. We did that. Then Sunday we had the AGM, the annual general meeting.
Hmm.
So while everyone was eating, I and Bolt and Bisu and all of the members of Deep South was on stage getting this program done. And so the point of the program was that it was the installation of the Onyx National Council. So as of, what is this?
Today's the 19th.
The 19th. So what day was that? The 9th. It was the 9th.
That was,
yeah,
that was the 9th. Sorry, it was the 9th.
As of the 9th, I am officially the chair of the Onyx National Council. It's less exciting as it seems. It just means that I'm the person that everyone will come to bitch and complain. So there we go. But then also I gave a speech, which I thought the speech went over fine. The state of Onyx.
It was really good.
And then we had a moment where we honored two of our founders. And I thought I was going to be fine. I was fine. I was fine until we got to, I was fine all through the speech. You saw it. You were there. All through the speech, it was totally fine. And then I said, now we must. I said I wasn't going to cry. And then it went from I said I wasn't going to cry to full on sobbing in 5 seconds.
But listen, it was a very, very, very heartfelt, emotional moment.
Mm-hmm.
People were in the audience like, oh my God, he does have feelings. He's not dead inside. I'm like,
fuck. It's like, fuck all of y'all bitches.
Like, bitches? Like, what the fuck? He has a moment? Like, what the fuck?
I am not dead inside. Just because I'm not like you, girl, and share all of my shit all over the fucking world.
Right.
But anyway.
But then I did make a quick observation that I told him about.
Yeah, let's not talk about that on air, though.
But other than that, it was great. It was great.
So we literally gave two of our founders, one of whom listens to the show regularly, Mufasa, their flowers. So we literally gave them flowers. And I've known them since, I met Mufasa in 2020. Like I said, my mother had died on December 30th, 1999. What?
10. You said 2020 or?
Oh, sorry. I met them in 2000. Sorry.
Okay, because I was like,
yes, I met Mufasa in 2000. My mother had it was ML weekend, so it was MLK weekend. So my mother had just died 3 weeks prior to that, and then I met Steve the following year. So I've known them for both of them for more than 2 decades, and so it fell to me to start that process off and to literally give them flowers. And it was a lot. It was very emotional. Not the least of which because I was super tired, and my emotions are always much more closer to the surface when I'm super tired. There was this time.
Bitch, you gotta explain your emotions, but bitch, you just emotional. Bitch, you just had a moment. Like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, yes. It's okay. Bitch, you human. Today.
Thank you, Legionnaire. I'm glad it moved you, and thank you, Eccentric. I'm glad it moves you too. Hey, Louboutin. Louboutin did not join us for the AGM because she decided to go be wild and free in Miami with the wretched.
But wait, let me just say, Louboutin and Eccentric both came through with the weekend looks. So yes. I'm gonna go ahead and call out Louboutin because the bitch got dressed and went to Carnival, and I had to get him help him get dressed with the damn outfit, which was really cute.
Baby, it was 1,000 pieces.
Oh my God, it was so many motherfucking pieces. It was really cute, but it was cute. He looked good having.
Did he tell you how much it paid for it?
No.
When you hear how much he paid for it, you're going to be mad.
Well, listen, it looked good, so that's all that I care for.
Exactly.
But then Eccentric came through not once but twice with the crisscross red leather and the back out thing. Mm-hmm. But then also before we got on the boat, he had the costume change when he came down giving the walk with the whole Mumu dashiki on. Mm-hmm. I said, "Come on, all right."
Muumuus were the moment for blackout and for the cruise.
It's a movement and a moment. Like, bitch, what? What's going on, bitch? What? Because surely I had a moment with a girl on the cruise. Well, actually, it wasn't her. It was one of her boyfriends, and I was kind of like walking. And I was waiting for somebody to say something, but I heard the conversation. But I'm sitting there being real. They behind me, and I'm like, okay, yeah. He was like, look. The girl was like, what? She was like, it's all matching. So what the fuck? She was like, shit, it look good. Go on. I just kept on walking because I was waiting. If I heard something else, I'd turn around and be like, are you mad, sis? Are you mad?
Right.
But
Pay
okay.
attention to your woman and not me.
Yeah. But
But
okay.
anyway, so that was Friday, Sunday, and then Sunday night, I guess some of the kids went to the Ramrod for the tea dance, but I was tired. So I relaxed and I also packed up because I shipped all of the shit back that I wasn't going to take on the cruise with me to back to DC.
Mm-hmm.
And so Monday we drove back to Port Canaveral. Everything was going fine until we stopped at Walmart for distilled water and a toothbrush for
Say
Seder. So I got the toothbrush and the gallon of distilled water, and
hey, Maximus.
I am at the thing, and I go to reach into my little bag for my wallet, and I was like, girl, she must have fell out or I left it in the car or whatever. So I paid because I got it on my watch. Then, so like you're low key panicking, but it's the lowest key because you're like, it's probably in the car. It's sure. I'm sure it's in the car. It's in the car. It's in the car. Calm down, girl. It's in the car.
But with every moment that is ticking past
Right.
and every
So
place that
then,
he has looked in that he couldn't find it,
right.
we
But
was
that was
amping
until
that
I
up
was
just a little
calm
bit.
until we got in the car. Then I was like, oh, she's not in the cup holder. She wouldn't be in the glove compartment because I've never gone in the glove compartment. All right, it's not in there. So now I'm starting to freak out, and I was like, "Bitch, we still going on this cruise. Let's just be clear." And the sign and sale card is already attached to my American Express card, so we're good to go.
And you had your passport as well.
And I had my passport and all of that with me, but my wallet that had my other debit cards as well as my driver's license and insurance card was in it. And so I was like, oh, and I could still get home because I could use my passport to get home. So I was like, fuck. Fuck. Because the other option was that it was all the way back in Port Canaveral and we were not driving 2.5 hours back to get there because we would have still had to drive 2.5 hours back. And that ship will leave you.
Yep.
The girls be bullshitting thinking it won't, but it will. They won't even think, they won't even bat an eye. But as we are looking, as Epic says, increasingly frantically, this woman I'm almost certain she was a lesbian. She was in this big old pickup truck. It was a cute truck though. And she was like, "Did you lose your wallet?" And I'm like, "Yes." She was like, "I turned it in." I was like, "Bless you."
Right. Yeah.
And so I went inside, got the wallet. She was like, "What's the name on the wallet?" I told her my name. And I was prepared to fight this bitch if she was gonna try to give me guff over this wallet. I was gonna fuck her up. I was gonna reach across the counter in that Walmart and fuck her up.
Like, bitch, do you
But
understand you trying to get on this boat? Like, I don't have time to
right.
relate with about this.
But we were cool. We were cool. She gave me the wallet back. And then I don't know if it was Chris or if it was you. It was like, you should get that woman some money. I was like, a good deed is its own reward. And then they were like, no, get this woman some money.
That was me.
And because I didn't have any cash, I did not bring any cash with me. So Epic gave her $20 and we thanked her. And, so then we got on the ship because we were staying, a number of us were staying in suites. So that was the least troublesome. I'm trying to think of the right words.
Embarkation.
Yeah, it was the least hassle I've ever had trying to get on the boat. And I don't think it, because even though y'all didn't have suites, it was easy for you too. I feel like we were in that line, through security, and walking onto the ramp onto the ship in 10 minutes.
So I think that definitely the thing was the verify piece and finishing that, and also doing the passport information, having all that stuff there. So when we got there, they did our facial recognition.
Right.
That was it. So I was like, okay, like it was good. I was like, what the hell? Now, the flip side, getting off that bitch, for me, it was annoying.
Really? Well, we'll put a pin in that because for me, that was also the easiest debarkation I've ever had too. But all right, so we get on the boat. Now, where the suite really came in was that they had sent all of us an email like a week before that says if you have a suite, your room is supposed to be ready when you check in.
Mhm.
So, but they had the big heavy fire doors there, and I was like, they said my room is ready. So I opened the fire door and went, and my keys was right there, and I got in the room, and we were good to go. Um, um, Spesh and Kai was sitting there on the floor. He said, "Well, they said the room isn't going to be ready till 1:30." I was like, "Honey, you're in a suite." And the other people was like, "The rules still apply to suite people." And I was like, "Go as far as you can till they tell you can't go no further."
Yeah.
So we got up. They pushed the door open and went to their room. We were good. And then we had fun on the ship for 5 days, and you can tell that part.
Listen, for me, the de-embarking or disembarking or whatever, getting off the damn boat was a little bit annoying because they want you to get off the ship in groups. They don't want a mad dash, and they want to kind of get people off as orderly as possible because everybody's trying to get in the elevator, everybody has luggage, everything else. And people are trying to go down the stairs and all this stuff. So what they do is they try to get people off in sections. So they'll do it by basically the muster stations, which are the stations on the boat that in case of emergency they can board you safely on a little life raft and to get you off the boat, and so everybody knows where they're going to go, so everybody's all accounted for and things of that sort. So that's one of the reasons that they did it that way. However, the problem came when they were doing it at different times, like within like an hour to like 45 minutes to an hour in between, maybe like 30 minutes to an hour in between getting people off. As they did that, they were calling people down by these specific muster stations, but then everybody was trying to get on the elevator, but then they also turned off the elevators and started running
They
tests
turned
on the
off the
elevator.
fucking
I was like,
elevators while people are trying
what
to
the fuck are
schlep
you
down
doing?
the stairs
And
with 4 and 5 bags and kids and strollers
it was
and
a
all
lot.
kinds of shit.
It was a lot, and I was so mad. And I was like, okay, so here I am. I'm on the boat with three fucking suitcases, and I'm standing there next to Sater, and he's like, he has his one, and I was like, I'm gonna need you to carry one of these suitcases, please. So he was gracious enough to carry. He's like, you want to walk down? Because I was on the 8th floor. He's like, you want to walk down 5 flights of stairs? I was like, no. He was like, well, I was like, these are 50-pound bags. I'm like, well, one was 50 pounds, the other two was 25, but still, I was like, come on, like all right, come on, let's go. So we started walking down the stairs. And as we started walking down the stairs, we ran into more people coming down the stairs. Then it was a bottleneck, and we sat there on the stairs for like another 20 minutes. That was
Man.
the worst part for me. Now, it was not that bad, but in the moment it was horrible. But it wasn't that bad when I think about it, because again, everybody was just trying to get off the boat. And all that was fine. Ugh. But that was not a happy
But
time.
Spesh, you had suite you were in a suite, so you should have been like down there in the Victoriana Theater with the rest of us because we got off of the boat. So they tell you if you because that's all every cruise I've been on. It's always been like, so you want me to leave my luggage outside of the room at like 11 o'clock at night,
Yeah.
and the shit is going to somehow find its way to me. Now I've never had anything stolen, but anyway, I was just like, no, we'll just carry our shit down. So we carried our shit down, and they said you needed to be in the Victoria on a lounge between 7 or you had to be there by like 7:15 to be the first people off at 7:45 or whatever. It was a little later than that, but we were just sitting there just chilling, and we walked right off of the boat. And going through customs and all that is crazy, but since we had our own bags, there was no, oh, let me find this bag. You
Right.
just do that. You get off, they do the thing, you stand there, you look at the thing, they take your picture, they verify that it's you, and we got off of the boat. So
That was it.
we got on the boat in 10 minutes, and we got off the boat and all the way through customs and outside because we had nothing to declare, and outside in 10 minutes. So that was
Yeah, Legionnaire, you lucked out, because when they did that test, it was like, in fact, when they did that test, you had just sent me a text message saying that you were on the boat. I mean, on the bus, and you were waiting, and we were still trying to get down, so we couldn't even get down the elevators. So I think somewhere between 8 and 8:30 ish was where they did the test, and I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. I
yeah,
was
by
like,
8:30 we were already on the bus headed to the airport.
right, and so and my
And
bus
that was
was
also fucking foolishness. Now that was the part that pissed me off. I was like, y'all know that you all are at airport at a major cruise port. You would think there would be somewhere easy where, I mean, even if I had to pay, but there should be lockers where you can pay like, I don't know, even if you would charge me like $10 a bag for 4 hours, I would have paid it to not have to walk with those fucking bags
Yeah.
and wait. And I get why they don't want to check it in early, but it was still just a mess. So we had to sit on them hard ass benches for 3.5, 4 hours
Yeah.
before we could even check the bags in. Then once we actually checked the bags in and got through TSA, and I will tell you, people say you should get the TSA pre-check. I've been to plenty of airports where the TSA pre-check line is long as hell. The clear line is never long. Yes, do I still have to take my shoes off? But for me, that's never been that big of a deal
Yeah, I don't really
to
have any.
take my shoes off. But the ability to just stand there, had a thing scan my eyes and say, you are cleared, and then have someone physically escort me to the front of the TSA line, cutting off all those other bitches that are standing in this serpentine queue, and just say, he's with me, he's cleared, and then all I got to do is take all of my shit. And then, of course, I bought every piece of electronics known to man. So I had to completely unpack my carry-on bag at every port. So, or every time I got to the airport. So that was annoying. But listen, it was minor things. But the
Yeah.
cruise itself, we immediately found our place at the Alchemy
Yes,
Bar with Zora. And I did you get your survey from Carnival yet?
I did.
I let them have it about them fucking elevators and about the fucking Wi-Fi. But I still say I couched it like this didn't ruin my trip. None of it ruined my trip. I still had a wonderful time. Will I cruise on Carnival again? Yes, but y'all still need to get this shit together.
Yeah, like
Because,
it's a lot of little things that just add up.
because correct me if I'm wrong, because both of you all were on the Norwegian trip. Weren't we able to use our phone to make calls through that chat app?
I think
I feel like we
the
were.
app we were able to reach out to people. We weren't able to call each other on the
I
chat app.
thought we were.
I don't
I
remember
feel
doing
like I remember because it was through the app. So you weren't like just generally you couldn't just dial someone. You were in the app. Like if you were in room 7238, I just hit 7238 and you could make a call. What I will say, Spesh, is that I will not go on a ship that old again.
Yeah, because now our
Our room was clean. It
I think
wasn't that the room wasn't clean, but just the amenities and the
I,
ship showed its age in little ways.
for me, I mean, what I do Carnival, I was more so concerned about doing Carnival again because Carnival was such a party ship, and it was always the bullshit that happens. Like there was
Mm-hmm.
a fight that break out, or there's somebody drunk, and it's like liquor, or somebody threw up, or like that type of shit is the shit that I remembered about being on Carnival. And I was like, okay, I was hoping that it didn't happen this time, and it didn't, and I was glad about that because I felt like they were making these steps to ensure that everything was right. Like I saw people walking through the ship constantly, picking up stuff, cleaning
Right.
stuff. It was
And
spotless.
they really do cut you off at 15 drinks. They say it's an unlimited drink package, but it's unlimited up to 15 drinks.
Yeah,
And once you get to that 15th drink, they cut you off.
yeah,
That's how I mean, by 15, you're already fucked up, but
yeah.
that's how they get.
For me,
Yeah, I
I
didn't
didn't
get
get
any
to my
close to that.
15. I didn't get to
Seder did on at least one occasion.
well, yeah. Yeah. The official capacity of Freedom was 2,900. There were 3,300 people on board. It was
How
so
did you know? Where
chaotic.
did you find out all of that information?
Yeah, where'd you get that at? But I will say that the boat seemed a lot smaller than some of the other boats that we've been on.
It is because when we pulled into both ports when we were in Grand Turks and in the Dominican Republic. Uh, the Carnival Magic, which is their newest ship, was beside us, and when we were in port,
That was
you
Mardi Gras.
literally what
That was the
the
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras, the Mardi Gras, yeah,
Okay.
that ship dwarfed our ship. You literally could not see our ship because from where we were, we were on the other side of the Mardi Gras, so you could not see the Freedom because it was totally blocked.
Oh, the cruise director said the official capacity, and I checked with other folks on the Facebook group for this sailing. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's because there were like lots of people in the rooms and stuff.
That's probably it.
I will say that normally we or all of the other Carnival cruises I had taken, except for the one we went in 2007, had always been in August because the group that I used to travel with all the time, had a couple of teachers in it. So August was the best time for them to go on a cruise because they also taught summer school. And it was so many fucking kids on the boat. It did not feel like there were as many kids on the boat, or maybe I just didn't notice them as much. Sorry.
There was a baby in between my room
Mm-hmm.
and Cortez's room, like
Mm-hmm.
about 2 doors down from me. He kept telling me, he said they would let the baby cry and cry and cry, and I was like, I didn't even hear that. I didn't pay attention to it. In fact, I didn't realize he was like 4 doors down from me until I happened to be on the balcony. I looked out and I was like, hey, this is like, all right. But as I walked past the door, I kept hearing this baby like crying. I was like, what the fuck? I walked past like 2 or 3 times and I was like, what the fuck? Is this the baby that they're talking about? That baby was crying.
Was it the same baby that was in port that was literally screaming at the top of her lungs
This
every
baby was
port?
screaming. I never saw the people, but I heard the baby. I
Mm-hmm.
crying like
Mm-hmm.
bloody murder. Ah! I was like, oh my god. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, oh, bitch, if that, all that
Mm-hmm.
cry,
All right. Well, let's look at some pictures from the
mm.
weekend. All right. So we'll just do a full screen view. All right. So that's probably as big as we're going to make it. So this is me and Slave Azamek at the leather lace and latex ball. I want you to get into the detailing on this mask. This mask was completely blank. And I did not do these individually. These are vertical strips of Swarovski crystal beads. So thank you again to Papa Onyx for helping me put together these looks.
Hey, Chris, what's going on?
This is more people at the event. You can see the mask a little better. That's one of our brothers, Peaker.
Oh, that's Peaker. Okay.
Yes, that's Peaker and Azamak. Then just some pictures in the chair. That's Cortez there. Then, the whole gang and some person. I don't know who that was.
Was that who was
Oh,
that?
he is an Onyx brother, but I can't remember his names.
I'm talking about in the green.
In the green, that is
Oh, that's is that Cerberus?
Cerberus. Yeah, that's
Okay.
Cerberus. This is Travis, the slave, and I. This was his treat because I figured after you opened your hole up for thousands of people in the room, the least you deserve is margaritas.
Well, I mean,
So
it's only proper.
this was us getting on the yacht, and so we were, everyone came, was trying to be cute on the yacht. Oh, the guy on the far right
He's from
isn't an
Chicago.
Onyx brother. He's just from Chicago. Okay.
Okay.
I remember him saying something about that. This is me and Nawi on the boat. Now, remember, this is pictures taken by my slave. So, Epic is not in all of these pictures. So I was not purposely trying to not have him in the pictures. This is me with James Lee, who was International Mr. Leather 2018. Me and the slave. Me and the slave. His custom piece came out beautifully.
So wait, can we just talk about this for a second?
Mm-hmm.
So while we're sitting at the AGM,
Mm-hmm.
this is what he has on. Bitch, I'm sitting next to him and I said, oh shit, it's cold in here. Aren't you cold? When I tell you, Asmek looked at me like, bitch, I could knock your fucking head off.
Like, you cold, bitch. My titties are out. The fuck?
And bitch, I'm sitting there and I was just like, and then it clicked. I was like, ooh, well, here's my napkin. I can cover your shoulder up. Like that's
Right. Because it was quite cold in
oh,
that room.
oh, I kikied on that. Oh my god, that was hard. That was some funny shit.
That's me and Volt at the AGM. That was me after crying all over Daddy Steve's shoulder and giving him his certificate and his flowers. It's me giving my AGM. I wore every crown that I owned this weekend, as well as I bought a new purple one that she'll be featured uh at some point this in the next couple of weeks. This was when we first got on the ship, and this was the place where we came to gather
Right.
for the rest of the cruise.
This what? No, yeah. This was the on the. This was on the Lido deck, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it was way in the back, and the pool hot tubs are just off to. If you're looking this way, it's off to the right.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
My little towel animal. I'm not sure what that was supposed to be, but it was cute.
Yeah, we're gonna go with it.
Oh, so these next series of pictures on Tuesday, me, Azamek, Volt, Isu, Spesh, and Kai, plus two white people who wouldn't shut the fuck up the whole time. Honestly, Spesh and Kai, thank you for taking the L for the team and sitting there and engaging that woman as she talked on and on and on about her children. She's one of those people, and it's not just a white woman thing. She's just one of those people that thinks everybody wants to hear all of these stories about these children. And maybe if I actually knew her and her children, the stories might be interesting. But they're the kind of people that just tell random stories about their children. And I was like, bitch, I don't know you. The fuck?
Yeah.
I'm trying to sit and order. So we started off. This was in the. So we went to the chef's table, which is a fancy 12,000 course meal that they serve you. So they start in
12,000 course.
in back actually in the kitchen, and this was what was this? This was mushroom tea, a little white wine, and some accoutrement that went into the tea. That was quite tasty. This was and I normally do not fuck with beets, but this was pureed beets that were frozen into like a semi-solid ball, covered with nuts and breadcrumbs, sitting on a bed of Greek yogurt with these I think they were champagne caviar. So in this case, caviar doesn't refer to fish eggs. It refers to a technique, molecular gastronomy technique. So basically, you take the champagne, in this case, you mix it with this chemical, and then you submerge that into another chemical, and it makes these little beads. And it's entirely edible. So you're just supposed to put that whole thing in your mouth. Then they made us little fish cake lollipops, but they were made of shrimp. And since I don't eat shrimp, this one is made out of beef for me. But they were covered in like
Beef.
cornflakes or something else.
Beef.
This was the menu. So you'll see that, we started with a chef's taste. Then we had duck. Then we had surf and turf. Then a sea bass course. Then a lamb. Then prime strip steak. And then a couple of desserts. This was the first course. And the funny part about this shit was so fucking interesting just to see what they had done. So basically, this was like a cream cheese and raspberry jello cube with a dehydrated like fruit roll up of green apple with a graham cracker crisp and a green apple caviar. This was a passion fruit soup with a sesame crisp, and this was pork belly with a pork belly seafoam, and the cup was made out of dehydrated kimchi. It was so fucking delicious.
I'm glad you know everything you put in your mouth, because I'd be like, what is this that I'm about to eat that I'm going to sample?
He tells you. I mean, they don't just
Okay.
put it down in front of you. He says, so for your next course, you're going to get this, you're going to get this,
Okay.
you're going to get this. So
All
he
right.
literally walked you through everything that you were going to eat.
Okay.
And there was like a story behind some of these. I don't remember the end of the stories. This was a little amuse bouche, amuse bouche. So it was a little piece of bread with some Parmesan shavings, and this was a mixture of smoked butter and garlic oil or some shit. And you were supposed to pour it over this and eat it in one or two bites. It was so good. This was the
Looks
turkey
like beef.
course. No, this is
It's
not beef. This is turkey. So this was
turkey.
like turkey pastrami, turkey necks, some provolone coils, and some other shit. It was nothing we had was bad. Everything was so fucking good. This was well, what the hell? Oh, wait a minute. Going back. Um, I think this was the duck. Yeah, I think that was the duck. Then this was the lamb, and this was the desserts. Then this is when we were in Grand Turk, I think.
No, this was Amber Cove.
Okay, so this was Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
It's a little video of us at the water edge with our caftans on, blowing in the wind. Oh, so ladies and gentlemen, the name of this show is now the BGKH show with Dominion and Rodolfo.
That is true. That
Because, to the surprise of no one, Epic was late at the DR. So, but there's nothing that we could do about it because once you got off of the ship, there was no way to call him because we were all roaming. And even if I had, because I think I had roaming minutes, but I was sure that you didn't have your phone on. So we was all like, it's 10:30. They about to dip. Epic's not here. And we're like, well, girl, I hope she makes it. And so we get there, and then here he comes in his cute little let's go back. Let's see, I can't see it from back there. I want you to see this is him and his ensemble, and she's a bit see-through. I mean, he had on panties, so it's fine. But he comes strolling up, and we're like, girl, you was about to get left. And then so the dude is like, tickets, please. He was like, I don't have my ticket. I was like, this girl showed up late and without a ticket. The
I
fuck?
forgot the goddamn ticket. That's what I did. Shit, I forgot.
And
But I
then,
had my phone, and I was telling. I was like, I paid for it. He said, yeah, but you need to be checked in. I was like, okay, well,
so they walk back, checked you in, and then we're on the boat. And the driver, whose name was Johan, but he
sexy
insisted on
Johan.
being called Sexy Johan. And Sexy Johan was indeed sexy to me anyway. I don't
Yeah,
know what you think.
he was all right. He was all right.
He was my type. He was a little short. He looked like a Dominican. He's a little short, light brown skin with these light brown eyes, this cute little booty. Oh, if Sexy Johan had been down for the cause, I'd have been like, y'all go play down by the water's edge. Mama's got business to take care of. But anyway, Sexy Johan said, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to leave. And I want to thank the last person to get on, Rodolfo. And we was like, who the fuck is Rodolfo?
Right. I
But
was like, all right,
whatever.
whatever.
I guess maybe he
Whatever.
was protecting your innocence. So
Sure.
this is the slave and I at the port at Amber Cove. These were some bomb ass cupcakes. Tell us about these cupcakes.
That one was a lemon meringue, and the other one was a what the hell was the other one? Caramel something, I think.
One of them was nasty as shit.
That was the other one that I got. That it was
Oh, okay.
it was like a pecan praline or something like that, and it
Hmm.
looked good. But these, yeah, lemon and
The lemon one was good. I think
it
the
was
one on the left
lemon,
is the lemon.
yeah,
No,
and
no,
the
no, no.
one
The one on the right, because it's meringue. Is the one on
it's
the right
meringue.
was lemon? Is lemon meringue?
But then the
With
other one, I don't remember what the other one was. I can't remember. But yeah, those two were pretty decent. I was like, okay, that was pretty cool. It was pretty decent.
and that is Kai's butt in the background, or Kareem's butt in the background. Isn't it lovely?
Is he scratching his butt?
No, he's just standing there.
Oh, I was like, what is he doing? I'm like, okay.
He's just standing there, just holding his hand next to his leg.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh
That
my
would have
god,
been an unfortunate picture if we had caught him scratching
he's
his
scratching your
butt.
butt. I'm like, oh my god.
I think this is now at Grand Turks, and you get an idea of how big the ship is. That's our ship. The white ship on the left is the
That's
Freedom.
your clown. I knew I recognized that butt.
and the one on the right is the Carnival Mardi Gras. Now, I was sitting on the deck as the Mardi Gras was pulling in, and as I'm sitting there on the deck of my stateroom, I was like, the ship just kept going by and by and by and by. So this is a big ass ship.
Yeah, it was pretty big.
This was Zora, the bartender's special drink that she made for me, which I can't remember the name of now.
You
But
said
so
sweet, dark, and what is it? What did you say?
I don't
Strong?
remember. Yeah,
No, no, no.
strong.
This was the blood.
The blood of my enemies. The
Yeah,
blood of my enemies. That was the name
yeah,
of the drink. So on Carnival ships, I've only ever been on Carnival and Norwegian. Norwegian did not have something like this. Most of the time, when you order a margarita, they're going to just pour some mix, and that's one of the reasons why I asked for Grand Marnier is to cut sort of the pre-manufactured taste of it, and especially since the package is unlimited, it doesn't matter. It's not like I'm paying extra for the Grand Marnier like I might anywhere else. But when you go to the Alchemy bar and ask for a margarita, she starts by cutting in half a bunch of limes,
yep,
squeezing all of those limes, pouring the tequila. You know, they usually like their triple sec that they have is usually it's either homemade or it's some sort of craft brand. You know,
yep,
it's not going to be like De Kuiper's triple sec or something
yeah,
like that. So they make all of their craft cocktails craft, and we developed a relationship with this woman, but she develops a relationship with everybody. That's
yeah,
their job. Unlike other bartenders, I think their whose job is just to sling drinks. Alchemy seems to always pride itself on building the relationship over the course of the 5 or 7 days with everybody on the ship. So
yeah.
so we
They
got there
free.
on Monday. By Tuesday evening, she was like, lemon drop. And I was like, yes. And so, and Wednesday, I was just like, Zora, the usual. And let me tell you, that is a lot because one of the things that Carnival is very good at, I don't know how they train their staff to do it, but in the 5 days that you are on this ship, they will know your name.
Yes, they do.
And so they know your name, they know your drink orders, everything. Why did they give you a hard time, Spash, everywhere else you ordered a Grand Marnier margarita? I always say, so here's what I do. I never because that's they start. This is also another way that they manage it because the girls was getting too fucked up. You can only get a drink with one like full shot of liquor. I never say I want a margarita with a shot of Grand Marnier because that's a separate shot.
Yes, it is.
I just want a splash of Grand Marnier, so that does not count as a separate shot.
Yep.
So we had the first annual Say Something Hat Day competition. And here were the contestants. This is Volt, Isu, Keneally, Parker, Lewis, Mac, Mace, Mike, CJ, Cortez, Our Baby Legionnaire, and Kai. So, some people, as you see, understood the assignment. Some people less, but I'm not shading them because everybody just didn't
They did what they listen.
grasp the grandiosity, the faggotry that we were expecting of this event. So the idea was that they did get prizes, and the winning prize, as you see, was a hat.
What's
So
the hat?
Vote won first prize, so he got a hat. The Mac Pack together had a theme, so theirs was ice cream flavors.
Right.
Parker
Moose,
was
Moose tracks,
Moose Tracks, Turtle,
turtle, and
and Chunky Monkey.
Chunky Monkey. Yeah.
So they got second place, and then Mace got third place because
But listen, but we got to point it out. Mace's hat was literally made out of a cup
yes,
and some napkins, and he not only did he have a
and duct
hat
tape.
and duct tape, not only did he make a hat, he made bangs and a ponytail. So
Yes,
I'm just saying. And he sold it when he came down the runway. I'm
yes.
just saying, like so listen,
Well,
listen.
eccentric, you need to start saving your money. Oh, that in fact, let me pull up that image so everyone is ready to go with that. But the winning so that was the theme. So the criteria that we judged on was DAP, drama, architecture, and presence.
Presence, yes.
Drama and presence, are sort of amorphous, but architecture is measured by it's a physical dimension. So architecture could be width and or height of the hat. So obviously Volt got the architecture category down pat. Then at the last minute, which I think it was on like Monday when we were at dinner, I came up with the idea, and Epic agreed, for a RuPaul's Drag Race style twist to
Twist.
the competition. Because there's always like make a dress out of these found objects, or these stuff from Mood. Then the twist is like you gotta
make two outfits, or then make another outfit for somebody else.
Right. So the twist for this was that every look had to, or every hat had to incorporate something that you got on the ship.
Yep.
So Volt's, you can't really see it. You might be able to see it when he gets a little close up. Volt's hat not only had an actual eagle sitting on top. On top of the eagle, it was a crow or an eagle. Yeah.
Some bird.
On top of the wings of the eagle were outspread. On top of the wings were individual red robins, and in the beak of the eagle was a model of the ship that he got on the ship.
Oh, I'm sorry. And yes, Chris, we forgot about the tea bags that he actually had. It was part of the bang.
The tea bags, and it wasn't just tea bags. It was tea bags, a packet of sugar, a packet of Sweet and Low, and a packet of Splenda.
Yes.
And so he won because not only did you have to make a hat, but you had to incorporate something found on the boat. Everything that he did was found on the boat.
Yes. So shout out to Base. He represented. He did it, and it was the bang.
Right. He did what needed to be done. All right. So here's a few close-ups.
Yes. This is a very cute idea. It's like literally a say something hat.
He made a hat, a fascinator that actually said something.
Right.
And we must tell the story quickly of the fabric here.
We went to, what was it? Out of the Closet.
Out of the Closet.
We went to Out of the Closet, and we were shopping for extra pieces and just additional stuff. And I found a gown that was
a whole gown. It was like $10, wasn't it?
$8. It was $8.
And this was like a nice gown. This was not some throwaway rag.
And literally, so while I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with this gown, I was like, okay, well, I think I like this fabric because I'm gonna do something with the veil, because I wanted my hat was supposed to be, it had two different parts. So it was a fascinator, then it was also the hat part. And so I wanted to attach it to the fascinator. So I took the dress back to the room and I deconstructed it, and I wound up making another skirt out of the bottom, and then had the veil, which I cut off, and I cut it in half, and I was a triangular piece on mine. And then I wound up giving him, because he said he needed a veil, so I gave him the other half of the veil. So I gave him this triangular piece for the veil, and he attached that to the fascinator as well.
And I want to be clear that all of this construction activity was going on the cruise ship. So this wasn't.
It was
a lot of people started off with nothing and ended up with a hat by the end. So, like for instance, the Mac Pack, when we were in one of the ports, bought all of these pieces.
Yep.
I'm embarrassed to say how much I spent on my hat. It was like $200 or something. So it bolted east. So all right, so you can see this eagle. Yeah, it's an eagle.
And you can see the boat hanging out of his mouth.
The boat hanging out of his mouth. Yeah. You'll see some of the red robins on the
and don't forget
brim.
The feathers.
And then he made a little fan out of these feathers. Yes, and he had on his little caftan, because the caftan, or what you were wearing, was also part of the look.
Right.
So you get to see it up a little closer. That's Keneally. His was fine. They had a little disco dance contest, so he had these little light up things that he got on from that. That was his things that I bought on the ship. I think they actually bought these hats on the ship, so that counted, and they really won because it was a theme with a through line.
Yeah, it was a whole theme. It was very well thought out.
Yes. So now you get to see it a little better. So he made little bangs. There's a tea bag. There's some Splenda. There's some Sweet and Low. Yeah, he did a lot with this hat
Yeah, he did.
and duct tape.
He did.
Mike's outfit was cute. Definitely had the body.
Caleb's look was good. Yeah, his look was good.
Now we did not have a disagreement, but Epic kept saying, "Why don't we do it all in the room? We have more room to spread." And I was like, "No, I want to do it right here, so that as people are coming out of the Havana bar and out of the comedy thing, they had to walk through this and like, what the fuck is going on here?"
And that
The
was
whole point was
exactly
to
what they did.
gag the kids, because some of the kids, like a lot of the women were like, "This is cute." Some of the dudes were like, "What the fuck is going on?" I didn't give a shit. I mean,
Yeah,
don't think just because we like dick and ass that we can't fight, and we will fight.
absolutely. And we got
So
glasses
this is
at the Alchemy Bar.
Cortez and his fiance, and they had sort of semi-matching hats, and they were cute. But I think everybody understands now that if you watch when Vita Bohem said, "I think today is a Say Something Hat Day,"
Right,
it's more what Volt had on and less what this was.
right.
Although it was cute. Our baby Legionnaire was like, "Baby, I am not messing up this $500 leather hat that I have. So I'm adding this crown and wearing this caftan, and it's going to give what it needed to give."
Right. That young lady behind Legionnaire was the one I gifted the Fascinator to. Yes.
Yeah, because it's like, girl, I'm not taking all this shit back home.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not doing that.
And Kai's was cute. Kai just sold it with his look and his machismo, because Kai just owns all of the space in the room just by standing there.
Yeah, and not saying a word, being quiet as hell, but not saying
Right.
a word, but
And we had to embarrass Spesh by making him wear Isu's fascinator. I think
Oh,
you've
so
seen
now,
most of these pictures. This is just a little video that Travis made, so we'll dash over that. This is the first picture that we took when we got on board. This little cutie in I think he was Puerto Rican or Dominican or something, came up and took our picture. He was like, "You guys look good," and of course I couldn't resist, and I was like, "And so do you."
yeah,
He was very cute to me. This is a picture of us when we were at Hallover Beach. So there were quite a few of us. It was a true invasion. We took that beach over.
and oh, there's Brandon.
Yes, Brandon from Nebraska.
Yeah, hey Brandon.
More of the pictures there. Let's see, that's that. Oh, just a picture of the water.
This was Amber Cove,
Yes.
or was this Hallover? No, this is Amber
No,
Cove.
this is Amber Cove.
Okay.
That's us in our looks. I'm the only one. Don't even waste your time trying to compete with me. No one else in this world can think like me. I'm twisted. I contradicted. Keep him addicted. Lies on his lips. I lick it. Unique?
Listen, that I'm laughing at myself because I knew not one motherfucking word. But bitches, I'm looking at this replay. Bitch, that lip sync, that fake sync was on.
It was very on. But
That
when
fake
I
sync
listened
was
to it
on.
with the recording, our words collectively was still like a half step behind it. So we'll
Yeah.
need to redo it at some point. This is when we were obviously in Grand Turk. Now, this is what I did not notice until then. I was like, why is no one? It's Here's the center line. This is the center line. Why are there not as many people on one side as the other? What the fuck's going on here? But
Well,
that's just me.
actually, we're short, we're one person short.
It's fine. Who cares? Yes, and we were giving a full lean.
Yeah.
That's the Mardi Gras. That is the port. of Grand Turk. So this is the look. Let me see if I can zoom in. All right. So this is
That is my hat with my fascinator slash bow. That was
mm-hmm,
like a necktie and my shoulder scarf that was hanging.
mm-hmm.
Yes, that was my whole look. I was,
And
you know, I was buried underneath
we
there.
could not win because we were the judges.
Yeah, I was buried underneath there.
So Azamek had a little fascinator and his same chainmail top, and we were both wearing belly dancing chains over our eyes. My hat was this orange caning with a veil that came 3/4 of the way around. The top of it had white roses that were attached inside. What you can't see is the crowning piece, which is a purple flower at the top, and then there were lights that were strung around the top. And my piece for what I bought on the boat were these individual
Little hats.
little sombreros for the ship. And Azamek had one of these sombreros too. That he had this little piece of sparkle fabric that he got from out of the closet, and that covered the bow there too. So that
Yeah.
was our look. And that's just me as we were just Friday night while we were shooting the shit, or Thursday night while we were out shooting the shit. That's the family, including our baby Christopher, who is there on the chat. More pictures there, and I think that's the last picture. So there we go.
Yep.
Woohoo! So that was fun.
Listen, Nichelle, it is what it is because I don't know all the words to that song, and baby, I was, but it was, but listen, it was
He
on.
was giving it an old college try.
It was on. I didn't want to do, and eccentric knows this. I didn't want to do, what I didn't want to do watermelon peanut butter jelly, watermelon peanut butter jelly.
Yeah, it would have been a lot for that much.
No, but you know, use watermelon peanut butter jelly.
Yeah, I feel like it wouldn't have. It would have just been a lot to try to make that all work.
Yeah,
So I think if I put this into, yeah, I can do. All right, so I got to show you one last thing. All right, so Eccentric said, "Y'all better be glad I wasn't there because he said he would have turned uh the Say Something Hat Day out." Well, you
listen,
have your chance
listen.
because
Like
this was
Dominion,
just a dry run.
and right, like Dominion said to me, bitch, do better,
Right,
bitch, do better, come
right.
through, do better, bitch.
So, as a reminder, we are still going on. We're doing BGKH at sea. We're going on the Royal Caribbean Wonder of the Seas, October 1st through the 8th, 2023. That leaves out of Port Canaveral, so you can fly into Fort Lauderdale. You can fly into Orlando International Airport or Melbourne International Airport. The rates for these prices might be a little bit different, but they're about the same. 783 for an interior. Balconies is 1068. That does not include the drinks package, which
No,
will be another $400 or $600. But I would highly recommend it if you drink more than 4 or 5 drinks a day, because it starts to be worth it.
yeah,
So we're going to update this flyer and put more information. We do not yet have a group because we tried to do the group and nobody booked. So we're just going to do that. But if we get some people really let me know when I need my coins. You need your coins now, darling. You can book now.
right.
You don't need to wait for us. I've already me and the slave have already booked our cabin. So well, our suite. Yeah, girl, you're gonna get the drink package, and I predict that they will be cutting you off.
Bitch, let me tell you something, and I'm not gonna do that with you. But get that drink package. Mm-hmm.
It is worth it, but I'm saying just because you can drink up to 15 to 17 drinks a day doesn't mean that you should. Because, I'm just going to keep it cute, and not just with you, but with everybody. But with everybody, you get one time for me to help you out. After that, I will step over you because I'm not going to have my trip ruined by taking care of the girls. And we're speaking from experience, so we're not trying to be shady, but we when we went on a cruise this one time, one of our brothers got real fucked up, and I was like, this sucks for you.
We're like, excuse me, trying to get on the boat.
right, because he got sick off of the boat. So
Yeah,
I stepped because there was nothing we could do. I was not going to try to lift his 300-pound ass
it's like,
or
excuse me.
250 or however much. Right, and they already had called the medics from the ship to come get him. So and the friends that he's closest with came and got him. I was like, okay, girl.
We'll see you on the ship.
Right. So pace yourself.
Yeah, that's all I'll say.
All right, so right now you need to know that it's Wonder of the Seas 1 through 8. I will put some sample pricing on it, but remember that the pricing is subject to change.
Yes,
So,
indeed.
you want to get that done. So I will have that updated by this weekend, post a new flyer. And right now, remember, you don't have to pay the whole thing. You just have to pay the deposit, and you have until like July something.
It's usually like 2 months before you leave that you have to pay the cruise off.
Yeah, so think that
6
if
days,
it's
like that.
October the 1st, so you need to have it done by like July 31st when you have to make the final payments.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So that is that. That was our vacation.
Yep. Yes, indeedy.
Oh, did I actually show that screen? Did y'all see the BGKH C screen?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay. I
Yep.
wasn't sure. All right. So let's get into these stories real quick. Oh, well, whatever we're going to hit because it's 9:18 already.
Child. Okay, listen.
Oh,
R&B
I do want to say if you are in DC, November the 11th, we got to get together and go see Wakanda Forever. So who's in?
You don't forget to wear your white.
I mean, your hand isn't up though.
Oh, no. I'm in it. I'm in.
So
But I'm just
okay.
saying.
Oh, okay. All right. So
Yeah.
where's Tyra? Legionnaire doesn't live here. Freaky McNasty, you live in the area. Let's see. Does Nichelle live here?
Yes.
So Nichelle, let's see.
Lola. Is Lola?
Lola. Let's see.
So Maximus, Lola,
Atlas.
Tyra.
We'll post it in our group, and
Yeah.
we'll post it on Facebook and be like, hey, we're trying to get together a small group. Now, I'm not gonna buy your tickets for you. All I'm gonna do is tell you that this is the theater that we're going to and the time.
These are my seats.
You get yours. So I think we'll probably end up going. I like the
Hey,
AMC what's the theater? Hoffman, right by the Eisenhower Avenue Metro Station. Okay, we can have a conversation about another theater. Now, so I'll tell you what's a cute theater. The theater out in Laurel, in the little shopping center where they got the Mission Barbecue and all of that, because that's one of the theaters where you can sit down and they serve you.
Why are we going so far? But okay.
Well, what you think we're gonna go to Magic Johnson Theater? The fuck?
Absolutely fucking not.
Or Rivertown? I mean, no, bitch. I'm not trying to get robbed.
No. But I
mean, on the go, you can pull together a Philly contingent and go see it, but we are not going all the way to Philly.
Yeah, I mean, you can schedule and come down. That's a holiday, isn't it?
That day is actually Veterans Day, so that Friday is a federal holiday.
Yeah, so come on through.
But all right, so we'll post that in the next day or so, and you can go see your ticket. So that was the only note that I have. So go ahead and start talking. Start giving us the news that's fit to talk about.
All right, here we go. R&B singer Genuine, he's been having a resurgence lately, and a lot of it's been filled with laughter. But he recently had an appearance that almost ended badly. So he's been popping up here and there. He's been doing things, and especially he's been showing up on people's timelines because of his dancing ability or his lack thereof of dancing ability. A couple of fans were online joking and compared him to Quagmire from the Family Guy.
He does. It is giving you very that.
But a couple people compliment on how well he aged and became like this an R&B heartthrob. You know, he was an R&B heartthrob, and now he's a silver daddy. So I'm like, okay, well, but then I look at him, I'm like, he kind of cute. He looked kind of cute with it. It looked good on him. I'll give you that.
Well, Genuine never really did it for me. He wasn't ugly, but he never really did it for me.
But
So,
just the face with all it looks good on him. But anyway, so all this resurgence that he's been having lately, he's trying to capitalize on it. And he's recently joined the Vegas performer Chris Angel for a stunt that unfortunately went left. It's unclear what if this magic trick is what he was referring to when he said he was working on something in the city of Sin, which is something he posted on Instagram and Twitter. But fans were worried about him after it was reported he passed out. There's a video of him, and in the clip, you can see him in a glass box submerged in water, holding his breath. He began to bang on the glass, and it was clear he was in distress. He was pulled out and then appears to go limp. So it's reported this stunt was a part of the upcoming show called Magic with the Stars, hosted by Angel and Chris Angel and Lonnie Love. So we'll see how that goes. And he's been rumored to be okay. There's been some other sightings of him since then, but he's all right. And he also posted some stuff on Twitter as well. So he's okay.
good.
Next up, listen, Janet Jackson is set to return. She's set to announce her world tour with her first London dates in over a decade. She's returning to the world with a huge world tour and her first London performance in more than a decade. Now, she did perform in 2019 in Glastonbury at the 2019 Glastonbury Festival and had a 50-minute slot. But before then, it was a 3-night run at the Royal Albert Hall in 2011. And what she's working on right now is basically reworking the show after canceling the Black Diamond tour in 2020. And she's going to have some new material, and she's talking about that as well. One of the music insider had told Hannah Hop of The Sun magazine, where this article came from, that she's been preparing for this music comeback for a while and is gearing up for a performance that packs a punch. And so she says she's grateful to her fans for sticking by her while she had a few years out to start a family and wants to thank them with an amazing production. She said it will focus on the reissue of her 1997 album, The Velvet Rope, as well as some brand new material. It's a pretty massive deal. And you all know that we just had an anniversary.
Do we have exact dates for it or no?
Nope, no dates as of yet.
Because a trip to London would be festive.
Bitch, don't play with me. Do not play with me.
I'm not playing with you. I would go.
Do not play with me.
And, I give you shit about Janet Jackson, but, I like Janet Jackson, and I would love to go see her. And in London, too, if we made like a whole week out of it, bitch.
Don't play. Anyway, let me get back to this. So she said she's been celebrating recently. She's been at London's Rain nightclub earlier. I think it was last week. And she said she teased some plans, and she was saying something about how it's funny to see the fans asking, when are we going to get Black Diamond? Will you please release it? And she said that sometimes things happen that you don't expect to happen, and you have to figure things out, or you're in a space in your life when you have to take a step back and take a break for a minute. Even though it's something that she says she absolutely loves, it still is her work, her job. She said that there'll be music at some point. Exactly when, she said she just can't say yet, but there will be. She said she just loves it too much, so it is not to not do it. And so she said, again, talks about how there's so much more she wants to do, but again, her number one job is being a mama. So she's living in that glow of being a mama, and I ain't even mad at her. So go on, Mama J, do what you want to do. Next up, I think we need to give him a new title, but Kanye West. I don't want to call him Stunt Queen for life, but I don't even want to call him the original Stunt Queen. But she is a
stunt queen for life.
Yeah, stunt queen for life. So listen, Kanye West is buying the right-wing social network Parler for an undisclosed amount. This is what the site had announced. The purchase by the rapper is expected to close in the fourth quarter of this year. Now, George Farmer, the chief executive of Parler's parent company, Parliament Technology, says this deal will change the world and change the way the world thinks about free speech. Ye is making a groundbreaking move into the free speech media space and will never have to fear being removed from social media again. Now, Farmer, who is married to West's friend, the right-wing activist Candace Owens.
So that's why we keep seeing these two coons together. Okay, got it.
and he is the son of the former Conservative Party treasurer and peer Michael Farmer. Added once again, Ye proves that he's one step ahead of the legacy media narrative. Parliament will be honored to help him achieve his goals. Parliament Technologies will continue to operate as an independent company, according to a press release, providing technical support and the use of private cloud services to the Parler site. Now, it was founded originally back in 2018 by John Matz and Rebecca Mercer. But the fact that many of those who carried out the January 6th storming of the U.S. Capitol used the site led to the ousting of Matz and his replacement in 2021, which was Farmer. So West's move to acquire the site comes after a series of anti-Semitic outbursts led to his account being blocked from posting on Instagram and Twitter after donning a White Lives Matter shirt alongside Owens during Paris Fashion Week. He then took to Instagram to share contents of a text chat with Sean Combs, known by his rapper alias Diddy and Puff Daddy, in which he accuses Combs of being controlled by quote-unquote Jewish people. After West's Instagram account was suspended in response to the post, which the American Jewish Committee called anti-Jewish, he turned to Twitter, where his account had been dormant for some years. There, he posted that he would be going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. He says, the funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic because Black people are actually Jew, are actually Jew also. You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who ever opposes your agenda. Twitter quickly deleted the post and locked his account.
Y'all ever notice that Kanye? I'm not going to call him Ye. I'm not. So y'all ever notice Kanye West shenanigans always coincide with him releasing a new album or having some project? I'm just gonna put that out there. Or actually, I'm not the one that noticed it. Another person that I don't really fuck with anymore, DL Hughley, pointed that out. That his outbursts always seem to be timed right around when he's got new music coming out or his next iteration of the whatever terrible clothes that he's producing.
Sure. Off
So
of him,
yes, stunt queen for life. So on to Cardi B, who's about to let the kids have it again.
Yeah. So when she released a mixtape, her debut mixtape, Gangsta Bitch Music Volume 1, back in March of 2016, she used an album cover that grabbed a lot of attention. Now, the image featured the then rising star taking a swig of a 40, staring directly into the camera with her legs spread open, and between them, she was holding a man's head in her hands while he appeared to perform oral sex on her. The man in the image was a model who had consented to the photo shoot, but a massive tattoo on his back, which was a tiger battling a snake, wasn't actually his. Now, unbeknownst to Cardi, a freelance graphic designer had typed back tattoos into Google image, found one that fit, and photoshopped it onto the model's body. It apparently didn't occur to him that he would need anyone's approval to do so. 6 years later, Cardi will head to trial this past Tuesday, in a civil lawsuit filed by Kevin Brophy, the California man whose tattoo was superimposed onto the Gangsta Bitch cover. The trial, expected to run about a week, will feature the star herself taking a witness stand, fresh off winning her huge verdict against a blogger who told disgusting lies about her. Cardi will now find herself on the other side of the courtroom. Now, in addition to naming Cardi as a defendant, the case also named her company, Wash Poppin' Inc. and KSR Group, the company owned by her former manager, her former manager firm, Clenard Shaft Raphael. The case notably did not name Tim Gooden, the designer who actually copied and pasted Brophy's back tattoo on the cover. Now, here's the thing.
Because he don't have no money.
If the jury holds Cardi and the other defendants liable on any of the claims they're facing, jurors will then have to choose how much to award Brophy in damages. His initial complaint asked for $5 million, but jurors will not simply award that. Instead, they'll wrangle with the tough questions about how much he's owed and all that good stuff. And like I said, the trial is taking place in the U.S. federal court in Santa Ana. It kicked off with jury selection Tuesday morning and is expected to run for 4 to 5 days. A verdict could be reached as early as Friday, but deliberations could stretch into next week. So we'll see how that goes.
Feels like a stunt to me a little bit. I mean,
but listen, if you haven't seen the cover of this album, of this mixtape for Cardi, bitch, it is everything. Everything. I like it.
Yeah, I never saw it.
It was cute. It was real cute.
Well, all right,
So,
kids. It's 9:30, so let's get into some beautiful bean footage.
boop, boop, boop.
Well, all right. This was a lovely show, baby. I was not feeling well today.
Yeah,
My stomach was giving me the blues.
my orange chicken is downstairs. I'm ready to eat.
Oh, okay. Well, it's been lovely seeing you all. Thank you all for coming out. God bless you and good night. Mwah. Bye.